Hello Golden Nuggets and welcome back to Transport Fever Acceleration and Inclination Test Series. Today we are featuring the 440, the General locomotive. This locomotive is the second one we get in the game. Its top speed is 45 km per hour, it weighs 40 tons and has a tremendous power of 130 kilowatts. It's nearly 2 times as powerful as Baldwin's six-wheel, but only 5 kilometers faster. So this locomotive would be the one you would use in the mountainous and hilly areas, or when you need to actually transport a very large number of cars. So let's get to the acceleration test. I'm going to buy the locomotive and enough carts to reach 130 tons of weight. Here we go. Acceleration test line. And let's begin testing. Okay, we are at the beginning of our test line. Resetting speed. And let's begin test. And we are at 45 kilometers, which is the maximum speed of this locomotive. If you paid attention, at about 40 kilometers per hour, this train actually was at the exactly same area the previous Baldwin class locomotive was when it reached the 40 kilometers per hour. This actually makes me believe that the power to weight ratio in this game is very linear, and thanks to that we can actually estimate how well the next locomotives will perform as well. So let's get to the next test, where we'll get weight of 150% of the power of this locomotive. Acceleration track test number 2. 150% of weight to power ratio. Okay, let's begin the test. First light reached at 30 km per hour. Second light at 36 km per hour. Third light at 41 km per hour. Fourth light at 44, and right axe outside the fourth light, we've reached the maximum speed of 35 km per hour. Let's begin the third test. Acceleration track test number 3. We are at 200% weight to power ratio. Let's begin. This is actually a much longer train than I have ever used. First light at 26 km per hour. Second light at 32 km per hour. Third light at 36 km per hour. Fourth light at 40 km per hour. fifth light at 42, sixth light at 44, and we have reached the maximum speed of 45 kilometers per hour at about 40% of the sixth section. So this is 5 lights and about 40% of the length, which would be about 1 kilometer and 6 to 700 meters, I think. Okay, let's go to the inclination tests now. Low inclination test site test number 1. The train is at 75% of its weight to power ratio. Let's see what will be the maximum speed it can reach. Okay, I think we've went quite a nice distance here. It seems like the maximum speed for this train is 33 kilometers per hour. Let's now check the 100% weight to power ratio. Low inclination test site test number 2. Weight to power ratio is 100%. Let's begin the test. Looks like the maximum speed have been reached at 25 km per hour. Let's go to the third test. Low inclination test number 3. Weight to power ratio 150%. Let's begin. And it looks like the maximum speed have been reached at 17 km per hour, which is actually about 35% of this locomotive's maximum speed. Let's go to the high inclination test site. High inclination test number 1. We are at 50% of weight to power ratio. Let's go. Okay, for a moment we had the 30 km per hour and now we are down to 29. So, and even 28. That is quite strange, but okay, I think this is the maximum speed we can... 27. Now that shouldn't be happening. Okay, we have quite strange results here, but I will conclude this at about 28 kilometers per hour then. Let's go to the next test. High inclination test number 2, weight to power ratio 75%. Let's go. And it looks like we already reached the maximum speed, 21 to 20 kilometers per hour, so let's stop here. High inclination test number 3, weight to power ratio 100%. Go. Okay, maximum speed have been already reached and it's at 16 kilometers per hour, about 34% of this locomotive maximum speed, and it went down again. At this point I think actually that I made a mistake when I was making this track. Probably about this area the inclination is actually a bit higher than I anticipated. Because I don't think the bridges have anything to do with it, because there are still bridges and they have maximum speed limit. Okay, I'm going to conclude this episode here. So far, my conclusion is that while we can quite reasonably climb the low inclinations slopes, the high inclination slope should be attacked at the maximum speed of the train, so we have to avoid actually speeding up on the slopes. Okay, thank you for watching and see you in the next episode.